Welcome to the Power of Biz YouTube channel. My name is Tim Delaney, and over the past 11 years, I've purchased businesses and real estate to build my financial independence. My journey began with buying my first business with just 10% down, and through hard work and strategic decisions, I've been able to create the life that I want. I started this channel to share my story and experiences with the hope that I can help you do the same. Whether you're looking to break free from the 9-to-5 grind, build long-term wealth, or take control of your financial future, you're in the right place. Join me as we explore the ins and outs of buying businesses, the challenges and rewards, and the practical steps you can take to create the life you desire. Together, we'll navigate this exciting journey to financial freedom. So, you have heard about buying businesses. You're thinking about buying a business. It interests you, it intrigues you. You're thinking that that might be the best path for you. Well, what I did before I bought my business, one of the number one things that you can do is make sure your credit is in a good place. This is going to be very important whether you're financing the business through a bank, or whether you're trying to get seller financing, or whether you're using some other financing method. You want to make sure that you can show a potential lender and or investor that you are good with your money. And the best way you can do that, the easiest way to show them, is by showing them a good credit score. Now, it's not just the credit score that you're going to want to do, so I kind of lied to you a little bit about the one thing that you need to do, but it is tied together, which is also getting your finances in order. Making sure that your personal finances are in a good place, that you can show a potential lender what you have going on. Even though I will talk about buying a business with no money down or low money down, and you'll hear that in other places as well, you still need to have a little bit of cash reserves before you go and buy a business, even if you can get it for no money down. It's just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean that you always should do something. And that while I would still advocate for trying to get a business with no money down, and I think there's still opportunities to do that, having a cash reserve, even if it's for your own personal household, is very important, just in case things don't go the way that you thought they were going to go with the business in the early days. When I first purchased my liquor store, I budgeted myself for a salary of about $2,000 a month, which was a little bit less than my living expenses were at the time. But what I made sure I had was a little bit of a cash reserve to float my household in case I had to stick with that $2,000 a month for up to a year or a little bit longer. At the time, I had a 1-year-old baby at home. We were renting an apartment. I couldn't really afford to mess anything up. So I was budgeting from the purchase, from my initial business plan. I was budgeting a salary for myself of $2,000 a month, which wasn't fully enough to live on, but I had enough left in the bank after I kind of emptied out everything else to buy the store to get by for up to a year with a little bit above and beyond what our living expenses were at the time. And I also knew that we could scale back on some of those expenses if we needed to make our finances last for a year. So what I'm getting at here is that even though I introduced this with the one thing that you need to do before you look into buying a business, before you actually pull the trigger on buying a business, is that credit score. It also is tied into your personal finances, because if you have a good credit score, chances are you don't have a massive amount of credit card debt or massive other payments out there. So all kind of wrapped together. Get your personal finances in order. Make sure that you're not, if your car's on its last legs and you're going to need a new car a month into buying a business, it's not going to be a great situation for you if the business doesn't immediately skyrocket, which it probably won't. Because another thing I speak about is not making any drastic changes in that first initial period of buying a business. So you can't expect things to just magically take off the day you take over. It's going to be a grind for a little bit before you get to that next level. So fix up your credit score, be able to present that to a bank, to a lender, to a business broker, even when you're first starting to look at businesses. Some brokers will want to see proof of funds. So even though you might plan on buying a business with no money down or low money down, they know that you still need to have some cash reserves in the bank, whether it's for your personal self or whether it's for working capital for the business. So make sure that what I did was made sure that my finances were all together. I made sure my credit score was as high as I possibly could so that I looked credible and trustworthy to any prospective seller, to the prospective business brokers, and to the banks that were willing to lend me money. So if I hadn't done that and I showed up and I had massive credit card debt, I had that behind on payments, credit score was low, I wouldn't have expected a bank or a seller to lend me money to buy their business because I'm not showing them that I am good with finances. So those are some of the things that you really want to do before you even start looking at a business is get your finances in order. As I mentioned in a previous video, taking a financial course, an accounting course, a business accounting course is a great way to prepare yourself to be a business operator. Some of those number skills are going to transcend all different types of businesses. They can also really help you personally. I've heard stories of people that work in banking or financial planners or other people that are telling other people, helping other people advise with their money that personally have horrible financial situations. You can learn a lot from preparing to own a business by taking some of those managerial accounting courses, but make sure you apply those to your own personal life as well. Clean up your finances, get your credit score up before you start looking at buying a business. Doing that will exponentially enhance your opportunities and your ability to buy a business. I really hope you found this useful today. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button and share this with a friend. Really look forward to your comments, questions. I look forward to answering future questions on future videos. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.